You are now in the deep end of horror.
And I will see the life run out of you.
Let Me In, the remake of Let the Right One In. It's good, but of course not as good as the original. But if you hate subtitles, then just watch Let Me In. Pick me, Mr. Mark. I'm a good remake. Oh yeah? I've got the answer for you. Think you're a good remake, Wicker Man? I'll show you.
What? Oh, what is it? 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 Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Ah!
Ju-On, and its remake, The Grudge. Same reason as the other one. Ju-On is the better film, but, you know, The Grudge is pretty close, and you don't have to read subtitles. I, for the record, do not mind reading subtitles, but... Number 18, the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Once again, not as good as the original, but pretty close, and I like Jessica Biel. The remake of My Bloody Valentine. And is this getting tedious or what? It's not as good as the original, but it's a lot of fun. It takes it in a different direction in the sense that it just plays the whole thing for fun. Lots of gratuitous gore, nudity, much less a feel for the mining town that they're in. The remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think both are equally good. Just for different reasons, but the original's in black and white, so you might want to watch the color one. If you want to have a sleazy kind of exploitation version, watch Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers, which is also really good. But skip the Nicole Kidman The Invasion, which is just a piece of crap. Quarantine, an excellent remake, an excellent almost shot-for-shot remake of Rec, and there's a good reason to do a shot-for-shot remake, because again, Rec is in Spanish, and people don't like reading subtitles. Unfortunately, they do give away the end shot right on the cover of Quarantine, but it is an iconic shot from the movie. Cat People, and Cat People, which takes it in an entirely different direction. This is about suppressed sexuality, and this is about suppressed sexuality. But this is a lot more explicit, because you couldn't be explicit back then. You can be explicit now. And, of course, Nastasha Kinski, Malcolm McDowell make a fabulous top two. The scribbling on here is from when I got to meet Malcolm McDowell, who was just a wonderful gentleman. Horror of Dracula, remade Dracula, both fine films in their own right, and showpieces for their stars. Boris Karloff's The Mummy was remade into the more visceral Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing's The Mummy. And Frankenstein, with Boris Karloff and the focus on the creature, changes to Revenge of Frankenstein, with the focus on Peter Cushing's Baron Frankenstein. The Hills Have Eyes from Wes Craven, and The Hills Have Eyes from Alexandre, is it Aja or Aja? I don't know the pronunciation. And this is one where I actually like the remake better. But I very much enjoy the original. They're both really, really close. The miniseries of Stephen King's It versus the two-part film collection of It. And I loved the TV miniseries growing up, and it had all people that I knew in it, which a lot of people don't know anymore. But I would say that the first It film is the best, then followed by the It miniseries, followed by the second film. All quite enjoyable. House of Wax, which is its own sequel, so to speak. House of Wax is a sequel to Mystery of the Wax Museum. And Mystery of the Wax Museum is a freebie on this disc. So, but you can't beat Vincent Price. Mystery of the Wax Museum, the villain is Lionel Atwill, who also chews the scenery quite well, but definitely House of Wax is the better film. George A. Romero's The Crazies, and The Crazies remake, and I love The Crazies remake. I actually like it better than Romero's, and I hate to say that about a Romero film, but I actually like the remake of The Crazies. I think it's absolutely chilling, the way they handle first. They start off with iconic Americana, just a baseball game, and it all goes wrong. And there's a horrifically scary scene where people are tied down to cots, and one of the killers gets in. And there are a number of great scenes of that. Joe Dante's Piranha, and this is the second time Alexandre Aja's on this list for his version of Piranha. And the original Piranha is a good film. The remake is a complete cheese fest, which is the opposite of Hills Have Eyes. Alexandre Aja did both, but Hills Have Eyes is a very serious horror film and has a lot on its mind, whereas this Piranha is just super silly, super gory, tons of fun. I would have liked to have seen it in 3D, but, you know, I don't get to see the 3D effects. And here's another one where I only have to use the one disc. There's 1958's version of The Blob versus the remake, 1988's version of The Blob, which, thanks to advances in special effects, in practical special effects, I like the remake better than the 58 version, in spite of young Stevie McQueen being in the original. And this one not only has both of those on Blu-ray, but this set from Umbrella also includes Son of Blob, which is also known as Beware the Blob. It's just okay. The classic The Fly becomes David Cronenberg's body horror classic, The Fly. Dawn of the Dead, thank you, Bryn. Signed by Ken Foray. Thanks to Bryn who gave me that. It was super, super generous. And the remake of Dawn of the Dead. And I love the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Still going to go with the original. Love the remake. Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead and Evil Dead. I initially did not like Evil Dead when I first saw it because I was expecting basically a Sam Raimi film. And there is no humor at all to be had in Evil Dead. But it is a very intense horror movie. It's excellent. It is not as good as Sam Raimi's. I give the nod to Sam Raimi. And of course Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. I just love Sam Raimi. You monsters! What have you done with my Christopher Lee Wicker Man? Oh, this is horrible! You will pay dearly! I don't know which one to destroy first! Gosh, this is quite malleable. There we go. Most of them just pop open, but yeah, this one you can bend in half. Anyway, I thought that's taught you a lesson, Wicker Man. Die! And the one you knew had to be at the top of the list, Howard Hawks' The Thing, which is an excellent creature feature. But John Carpenter's The Thing is the masterpiece. Click like, subscribe, or even comment below, because I want to hear what you think.
No fair.